Seems we've had several motorbikes turn up since I was last up here. There's a BSA, AJS, a Honda trike of some kind. Bit weird. Mini-me version of that. The BSA Golden Flash with a sidecar. Well, if we go over to the tractors, there's a couple more turned up here. This looks like a, not sure what this one is. It might be a Ferguson, maybe a TEF20, or even a, nah, I think it's a bit before 35. This is a Farmall, McCormick International. There's a Wheel Horse and a Alice Chambers. Alice Chalmers, sorry. Right, if we go down here, we're now heading towards the right. We're now heading towards the Fordson stand, which is all the way down here. There's also a working, oh wait a minute, there's more tractors here. Let's go to the tractors. I think all these tractors, oh right, all of these are probably, let's go have a look at this. I hadn't spotted this earlier.
Sorry, trying to photograph.
I'm just trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do first. Right, there's a Massey Ferguson 135 next to something called a Vendeuve, or Vendeuve, yeah, Vendeuve MD 500. If we look at Hurleyman, okay, that's weird. There's a tractor called a Hurleyman. So this is all tractors that are based down in France. No, there's a Massey Ferguson 35X. If we carry on down here, we see some more stuff. So another Ferguson, I can tell because they're battleship grey, almost like he didn't want to do a decent exciting paint job. I think wanted to emphasise the engineering. Next to that being a Leyland, there we go. Yeah, next to that being a Leyland 154. What is this one? That looks like a International. Yeah, so this is an International. Here's some stationary engines, being very stationary at the moment. There's not any running. Don't know what that is. That's a Motor Pinot Le Mans. I think these are all French ones. So that's probably not any I'd know. This is the Chaley Classic and Vintage Tractor Club. So this is a Fordson, probably a Dexter. Another Ferguson TEF20. Nice luxury seat there. Here's a Dexter, another Dexter, so yeah, so that's a Fordson Dexter. We go up here, see a Fordson Major sitting next to no, that's a Super Major. To its left is a Power Major, and that one is a Super Major. I really must learn the difference between a Fordson Major, a Power Major and a Super Major. You see another Fordson here. Well, it could be a Fordson, we do not know. Been debadged, I think. It's probably a Fordson Major. In front of it is a Ferguson, probably TEF20 or 35, no, not a 35, but it's a bit before that. Some couple of a Motor Standard, Allen, a couple of others, not really sure about this. So this is what happens when worlds collide within the tractor industry. It's a Ford, and it's okay. It's a Platinum Jubilee tractor. So this is assembled. Okay, so this tractor actually represents let's have a read of this. Ford Ferguson 22N, so it looks like a Ford some kind because front end, but it also mentions Ferguson. So this tractor was assembled in 2022, was therefore called 22N. Parts of the tractor was made from a mainly made in the 1970s from Ford and Ferguson. It is appropriately painted in platinum grey to represent the 70 years of Queen Elizabeth. So it's this is a Platinum Jubilee celebration tractor. The year 1952 also has relevance in the tractor world, with this tractor being a reminder that Ford and Ferguson manufactured and sold tractors as a joint venture from 1939. So they did work together at one point. The official end of this agreement came in 1952 when Harry Ferguson took the Ford Motor Company to court for patent infringements. Now the Ferguson system on this is probably what happened, because Ferguson did do a lot of highly advanced stuff. So patent infringements, and awarded over $9 million compensation, which I don't know what it was. Don't know what the exchange rate was. Interesting. I think, was it like $2.50 to the pound? So that's equivalent of about 4 or 5 million quid, something like that, which back then was a heck of a lot. Doesn't say whether it's today's money or 1952 money. Yeah, it's an interesting little artifact there. If we go to this International 454, so this is an International 454, seems to have done the Loughton Autumn Show. This is a Fendt favourite LS61. Next to it's another Fendt. This is a Fendt. We see this. It's another Fendt Farmer 3S. Here's a Farmer 1Z by Fendt. And we get into the French tractors now. So this is a Nuffield Universal with a BMC diesel. Ferguson T, is it TF? No, probably a 35. Shady Bonfire Society. Ferguson TF20 perhaps, or 35. Nuffield 460. So they were using tractors in France. There's a Leyland 154. This would be like the third one I've seen today. If we go around here, this is a Citroen Traction Avant. Basically, that's Citroen. I said in another video that Citroen sort of pioneered the idea of front wheel drive. But Citroen have always been quite, at that time, were pretty advanced for what they did. I think there was something called the Light 15. I think the engine for that ended up in the Citroen DS from the early ones. Here's another, I don't know what this one is. It says N70. Not sure what that is though. Somaker. So it's a Somaker, I think, that one. That's a Deutz or Deutz. No, it's a Deutz. Another. These are all tractors that have been. That are, I think they're all based. So there's another Somaker 750. And there's another Somaker next to it. There's. Okay. And there's a small motorbike type thing. And then we're back at the I can't pronounce that one. I think it's a Vendouvre MD500. Says Pen says a Passion Tractor Écolations. Merci. The only word I know out of that is merci, which means thank you or thanks or cheers or something. Just think, 5 years learning French and that's all I know. It seems they might have imported ones from up here and America, so this is interesting. I've never heard of a tractor called a Somaker before. I think I might have to look into this. There seems to be more sorts of I will eventually get to the Fordsons. So if we work our way down now, I just spotted a Scamel in the distance, which I should go and video. That one is not known to me. Right, let's head on down to the Scamel. So most of these army trucks, really, they are something. Yes, this is another Scamel by the looks of things, like an old army truck, army tow truck. There's a steam engine going on down there. I'm now going to work my way around this. So this is the Fordson stand. This is where I was intending to go before I got sidetracked. Although that was a very interesting sidetrack. Because one, I didn't know they had tractor manufacturers in France. And I'd never heard of a company called Somaker. But now we get back to Fordson Majors. This is a very early one. And someone's left it covered in straw. Nice of them. I think they must have made these in Britain. They must have made Fordsons in Britain at some point, because of taxes and all that rubbish. But this is like a, oh, what's it? It says this is a Fordson, but the front end is somewhat similar to Sit Up and Beg Anglia. But as a commercial vehicle, it would have been labelled as a Thames. This is a very late on Fordson. This is a Super Dexter. There's a train going. Oh, another train going past, and all the steam engines are kicking off. Have a listen. Right, back to the Fordsons. So this is a Fordson Super Dexter. Going around here, we now see a Fordson Type N. Chances are these would have been made in the 30s, 40s. They probably even had wartime models. Because, yeah, even though everything got destructive, you still needed people doing farming, and that's the sort of thing you'd have. Maybe the Land Army girls probably drove these as well. I must learn more about that period in time, because it was so apocalyptic yet so important. But yeah, that's a Fordson Model N. This one is done in blue, so it's done in the correct, is it the correct colours? Because next to it you can tell it's a Model N, because they've got these starting handles. I was about to say, so far the kids are better behaved than at Tinker's Park, but yeah, so that's a Model N. Another Fordson Model N with jewelleys on the back. Little detail here, if it had been a petrol engine, which that looks like a flat, that was probably a flathead, so side valves, where the valves were in the block. So if we go down here a little bit, very early major. It says Perkins diesel on the front, so they might have retrofitted it, I don't know, could have done. Diesels have been around a while. So we look at, there's another Fordson Major. What is it? Yeah, a couple of Fordson Majors and a Fordson Model N in green. There's a Model N. Very early Fordson Major. That says it's got Perkins diesel in it. Let's have a look at the symbol. That's the symbol. If you see that, that's Perkins diesel. Fordson Model N. Don't know what other models they had. Oh, what's this one? This looks like a Fordson Major, early one. Oh, I've done that one. Yeah, so that's the Fordson Model N in orange. And oh, what's this? I don't know what the heck the thing is on the front of it though. I'm not sure what that is.
You have to try and imagine a cow bouncing off that.
There's also, well, it's obviously integral to the tractor, because that's the starting handle tube. So everything was starting handles back then, so you need to be really careful that you didn't break your wrist using it. Oh, another Model N. A somewhat leaky radiator. Oh, another detail. All metal wheels. That is. Actually, just out of interest, what's that? I think it's a Fordson Model N, but it's got a. It's just this weird appendage on the front. I'm just wondering about this though.
I like the cow catcher.
No, it's something. I think that's a Model N. Don't know if there's any other model, or they just called it N. Don't know if it's. Also noticing here it's got the flathead.
Yeah, flatheads, yeah.
Yeah, so it would have been petrol and TVO.
Yeah, paraffin.
So I keep thinking TVO is similar to paraffin in it.
It's tractor vaporising oil, which is a crude type of paraffin. Well, it's a vaporising oil, yeah, like a sort of. We used to have it on the farm. We could hold it, yeah, and I had one.
Yeah, because I think you run it on petrol when it was cold.
Yeah, start it on petrol. Start in the morning. Start on petrol. Run it for like 3 or 4 minutes, and then you switch it straight over to TVO.
But if you started it from when it was warm,
yeah.
did you still have to use petrol?
No,
just straight to TVO.
The one I had was a Fergie, and you could actually do it straight on. If you kept the choke out flat, it would start straight away on paraffin. The trick of doing it, you need to run it all day.
Something. But I noticed some of these Fordsons have ended up in green.
Yeah.
Because I thought that the paint code would, well, one's orange. I thought the paint code was blue.
Blue, yeah, some are blue, yeah.
And I thought there was some sort of paint code between tractor companies, like Ferguson's were always Battleship Grey.
Right, yeah, grey and red, yeah.
Well, what
Alright, how you doing?
Oh, right. Cheers for that. Right, we now see another Fordson Major. It looks like they got some tools on the back of it, I think. If we go around here, that's a Fordson Major, and next to it is a Fordson Model N again. Again, flathead. Flathead, by the way, means it's side valves. I think I've just spotted stationary engine, so I'm just gonna go to these other Fordsons. And if we look here, we see a Fordson Model N, again petrol TVO, start it on petrol, 3 or 4 minutes, as the bloke said, and then you switch to TVO. But you could probably start it on TVO if it was warm, if you had the technique down. Fordson Major, another Fordson Major, quite an early one, Perkins diesel. Let's have a little look. Yes, it is, by looks of things, a 6-cylinder diesel. Probably doesn't go fast, but boy does it pull. And some there, oh, we see an interloper. Someone's left a JCB there. Whoops. Right, I'm just going to move across to the displays now. Right, the first thing we see, what the hell is that? That's a Witter power saw. So and there looks to be another one. Be another Witter's power saw. see a pressure machine in the background, some sort of steam engine power in it. Not a lot going on at the moment. There's the steam engine, the roadworks I had a look at earlier. We just come around here, we can have another little look at the steam engine powering a small threshing machine. So if we go a bit further along, we see a Nuffield Universal 3 with the BMC diesel engine. And it seems we got some more stationary engines kicking off. We go up there, the stationary engines. That is a super, I don't know whether you saw it properly, but that was a Supermarine Spitfire. Is he coming back in here? Come on back in. Is he coming in for another? Is he going to come in for another flight? No, he isn't.
No, I don't do that one. I've got one up at Cockpool. Got one up at Power and Mills. That's quite nice. Yeah, something like that.
He made another pass, man. Don't know if him. Now that I've just tried to record the fly past of a Supermarine Spitfire. Whoever, R.J. Mitchell designed that aircraft, and quite frankly he was a genius. Yeah. Let me just get over the let me just get over what I just thought, because this year was VE Day plus 80 years, so yeah, a lot of reflection. Yeah, so this is a, by the looks of things, what the heck is this? Yeah, that was the Nuffield. Oh, is he coming back? No, but the Supermarine Spitfire essentially helped save Britain during the Battle of Britain. Designed by R.J. Mitchell and came in from Mark 1 to Mark 24. Right, let's get back to the show. Right, I'm just gonna